Welcome to today's episode. My name's Kale. This is Sam, and Keaton joining us today. This is going to be called Dirty Hands, Clean Money. We're going to be sitting down talking with Keaton about trucking stuff, health in the trucking industry, just talk about the trucking industry in general, diesel mechanic stuff, since he is a diesel mechanic as well, and what he also does for on the side with trucking. So how you guys doing today?
Doing pretty great. Welcome to the show. Keaton, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
You look a little nervous.
Just a little bit. It's all right.
You see the sweat? I see some sweat.
You shut up! I'm so fucking scared right now. You shut up!
You get the butterflies out. It'll be all good.
Yeah,
You'll be just fine. You're going to be just fine.
Just fine.
We'll share some laughs. We'll talk about trucks.
Trucks, brother.
And it'll be fine. I mean, we'll just it'll just be like a regular conversation, man.
Yeah.
So
we're just stepping into our backyard versus his this time because we actually haven't done nothing in mine yet.
Right.
So
yeah, I'll be the oddball out on this one, man.
I just know that
man.
it's like, whoa, buddy. I know the trucks are big and they move.
Yeah, they go vroom.
So I would just like to say too, make sure to follow us on all of our social medias: Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever the hell you want to call it, Instagram, YouTube. We also have a gaming channel called the TNT Gaming, whatever, TNT Boys Gaming. I couldn't remember for a second, but
TNT Gaming.
Yeah. Sure. Butchered that all the hell. But yeah, Keaton, why don't you go ahead and tell us about your week and all that stuff? Anything interesting?
Oh, well, last weekend I got back from South Dakota. We went to South Dakota for a little family vacay.
Nice.
We're at in South Dakota.
Well, we actually started, we started early in the morning and we drove all the way out to Wall, South Dakota.
Okay.
And then went to Mount Rushmore, hung out around Keystone. You know, it's just did all the tourist trap stuff, you know?
Yeah. Personally, I love South Dakota.
The Badlands are nice. I've been there a couple times.
I like
to go
going camping up there and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Aren't you? You're not going. That was supposed to be the fishing trip. That's right. Never mind.
What?
I thought for your family thing. For a second, I thought.
No, I missed out on the guys fishing trip because my niece was graduating college that same weekend.
Damn education.
Education.
They're supposed. You're supposed to be done with it when you graduate. It can't follow you. It shouldn't follow you, but it does.
It does. Oh yeah, it totally does.
How was your week, Sam?
My week was good. Busy, planning some really big stuff. Planning on hosting a powerlifting meet in August. That registration for that opens tomorrow.
Nice, which I am very proud for you getting that all set up.
I'm really excited. Nothing crazy, just kind of a small local thing. But just kind of a fun community thing. And then I'm going to be doing some coaching this summer in July at the Cornhusker State Games. So at their powerlifting event there. So
nice.
I got a couple athletes I might be coaching there. So
nice. Jeez, impressive.
Write that down. My week, was just trucking. Honestly, we just getting busier, delivering a lot of pipe and wire and just a bunch of small stuff. Got DOT inspected the other day, and I passed.
Yeah, you did mention that.
They dipped my tanks. I was like, first time ever. I was joking with the DOT officer. I was like, yeah, I definitely got red fuel in the company truck. Yeah, for sure. He's like, I was like, no, I'm kidding. I don't use it on this one. I really went further into it. He's like, wait, you used it in other vehicles? I'm like, no, I don't. He's just started laughing.
You were just like joking with him, and he's like taking it seriously.
Yeah, I like to
wait, what?
I like to mess with them because they like to mess with me. So
yeah.
But other than that, I get a $125 bonus from my company since I passed.
That's pretty legit.
Add that to the little money box towards my PS5.
That PS5.
NCAA 25.
There's a couple of games that are going to force me to have to buy a PS5. One of them is NCAA 25.
I know.
The other one is the
I
new
know.
Dragon Ball Z game coming out.
You and I kind of had like the similarities right now of
Yeah.
we need to get a laptop and then we need to get a PS5. So it's like, which one's first?
That's the truth. That's the
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah.
I actually seen some gameplay of that new NCAA 25, and it actually doesn't look exactly like Madden. It actually looks kind of more like the
I
old.
think it's a new engine.
Well, I think it's the same. I think they said it's the same engine, but it just looks more fast paced. It looks more like the college game.
But only thing I've seen is someone actually made a point, but everyone's laughing on him. If you look at Texas State, when they showed Texas State Stadium, it doesn't look like the Texas State Stadium. So I don't know if they're just doing it for now and then updating it.
Right. They very well could too.
Keaton, you probably don't know what we're talking about, do you?
Can you teach me to football?
Yeah, right. Well, just with the kids, I
totally get it.
I got into it for a little bit. Did the Xbox Live for a little bit. Played some Call of Duty. I was got a mic set up and all that.
Yeah.
And then it
kids.
expired.
And then kids.
Honestly, I don't get that hardcore into it either. I just kind of play just when I have free time, I guess, or when I feel like it.
Right.
Yeah. I don't have the whole PC set up like this guy
Or this guy.
or this guy.
Well, I will say it is definitely like relaxing for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't had time to play mine this weekend, but it's all right.
Right.
Kind of been going through mental health kind of stuff, just been overthinking stuff, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, it does matter, but I don't want to talk about it.
Fair enough.
Anything interesting in the sports world or the world in general before we move on?
Nothing really. I mean, Nebraska baseball won Big Ten championship. They're playing today.
They're playing right now. I think I heard on the radio they are 2-0 right now.
Nice.
Florida.
And I'm not a baseball guy, but hey, it's Nebraska.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it's Nebraska, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Gotta drop what we're doing. Come on.
Yeah.
Drop everything.
Having a kid, drop it. Yeah. So, no, Caitlin Clark, you notice she's been getting beat up
Yeah.
in the WNBA?
In the
What?
NBA.
Yeah. Same shit. I know Vance is like WNBA, WNBA.
He got me with that a while back, so I had to do it.
I know. Thanks, Vance. I'm adding the little ding to it. Ding. No. So they played the Chicago. I think they're called the Skywave.
I don't know.
Member Skyforce.
It's just the Sky, Chicago Sky.
Oh, Chicago Sky. Weird name for a team, to be honest. But anyway, so one player, I can't remember her name. She bumped in her, like, elbow checked her, and Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports is like, "This is why you guys deserve chartered planes instead of like first class and everything." And then Angel Reese got up and just started clapping on Sportsmanlike and everything. And this is like, okay, so this is a great example. So I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, in a past episode, I said Caitlin Clark is going to be a bust. I mean, she's doing all right, but like, I don't think she's going to do all great.
I guess I don't really know what like the window is for like pro female basketball players. Like if like they give them some grace period to kind of adjust to the pro game or not. Like
They're
would,
long
like,
careers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, give her some time.
I mean,
she's
Sue
a
Bird,
rookie.
You got to
so,
look at Sue Bird. She's a really great player.
yeah.
So it was Chennedy Carter is who did it.
And then Angel Reese did it too in the same game.
Mm-hmm.
And she did it the same thing. Another like stiff arm. And
Yeah.
she's just like talking trash after it. But
Yeah. She's known for that too.
And there was fines for not, like, Angel Reese got fined $1,000. This guy got fined $5,000 for not letting Angel Reese be there for questioning after the game.
damn, that's just chump change in the NBA now. I mean, that is.
Yeah.
If that was the NBA, that'd be fined over $100,000.
I also saw a stat. This Indiana Fever last year through 20 games had 81,000 some fans. And in the first 5 home games, they had 83,000 fans.
Oh. I don't know. A lot of people are saying like, "Oh, Caitlin Clark sucks," but you also got to think too is that organization is just trash in general. So I mean, they drafted number
Yeah.
one for a reason.
Right.
Other than that, WNBA, NHL playoffs, the Rangers.
The Rangers. Is it Angels or Rangers?
The New York Rangers lost to Florida Panthers last night. So they're going to be moving on to the Stanley Cup Finals, and I'm hoping tonight my team, the Oilers, will beat the Dallas Stars. But, I mean, Dallas is really good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's going to be a tough one. I think it might go to Game 7, might not, but...
Gotta take down Dallas, man. Gotta do it.
But did you know, fun fact, this is the 5th year that the Florida team has made it to the conference finals?
Really?
I think so. Or the Stanley Cup. I saw it this morning. You can quote me on that. I don't care, but...
I believe you.
So, I know, I'm just saying for viewers, but...
Yeah.
Anyway. I think that's pretty much it. You guys got anything else for that?
No, I think we can move on in today's topic.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about, like I said, the trucking industry and all that fun stuff. So Keaton, I got some questions for you, and I know you have the copy of the show as well, so just follow along and just kind of mentally prepare yourself. I know this is new to you, but...
Oh, yeah.
It'll be fun.
So what got you into trucking?
Well, I mean, I guess when I decided I wanted to be a diesel mechanic and, you know, go to college and learn all about that, in the same process, they had said it'd be a great opportunity for me to, you know, go get a CDL, and you're going to learn, you know, more about the trucks. And if you have more knowledge about the trucks driving them, then that is better for you to, you know, diagnose a truck.
I 100% agree with that. Like when I started driving for Wes Hodgson at the time, the one thing that they told me, like they used to have these two coworkers I used to work with was Jacob and I can't remember his name now, but he's really tall. But anyway, he would tell me that their uncles would work there before they ever did. And the best thing that they know what's wrong with their truck, they didn't listen to music, they didn't listen to nothing. The best thing I've ever was told, don't listen to music because you can hear your truck. You can hear something break on that truck.
Oh yeah.
You can hear something rattle, you can hear something bust, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So
yeah. Well, and then like when you go to do your pre-inspection, you know, and post-inspection, it's just you have a better idea of what you're looking for, and it's just, you know, it goes hand in hand. It really does.
Oh yeah.
But that's kind of mechanicking was what I really was going for.
Yeah, I know, because I
then-
remember when we worked at Hy-Vee back in my high school days, and you were just about to graduate. You were talking about diesel mechanic, and I think Mark's dad was your teacher before he retired.
Yep. He
I
was my AC.
Doug?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
John Deere. I remember that this morning. I remember that.
John Deere.
Oh, Mark's gonna watch. He's like, "Oh yeah, that sounds like my father, Father Doug." John Deere, good corn today, John Deere. Forget that.
He was a great teacher. I learned a lot from him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I like when he's around. If I'm at like Mark's house or something, he's a good guy.
Oh yeah.
Did you kind of feel like when you went like to be like a diesel mechanic, and then you were kind of influenced to get your CDL along with that? Did you kind of feel like too that was kind of an opportunity to just enhance your career and like broaden your horizons a little bit?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you know, it's one of those things where, well, you know, like let's say you're going into nursing and you have to get your CNA and all that other jazz.
Yeah.
You know, that's just another belt.
Right.
You know.
That's kind of like for me, like being a personal trainer and then going to get my like nutrition certification or something.
Oh yeah.
So
for sure.
That's cool, man.
I can tell you right now, it's not easy to get your CDL now like it was back when I did it and you did it.
No,
Now
it's not.
now you actually have to go to class and go to college and for it, which is cool. But to get the endorsements, you also have to go to college for that now.
Yeah.
It's like, why can't I just read a book and then test out and whatever? Like, what am I going to show you? Like, hey, well, it's funny. Like, if you go
Kale reading a book.
You must not know me, sir. I might give Maya a lot of shit for reading books, but she must not know me either because I do read.
He has a stack of books at home and he's never touched.
I might have a couple. There might be a Matthew McConaughey book there. Funny dude.
He takes one picture, posts on Facebook. Look at all these books I'm about to read, and then he just doesn't even touch them. I'm gonna get smart. Yeah, exactly.
I hate it here. I want to go home. Start reading. Oh man.
Continue.
Like, well, it's funny though. These like for just what is it? The gas. Like if you want to do like the liquid trucking, you need to go get your fingerprint done at the fucking the terrorist organization or whatever it is. The TSA.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm really gonna go blow off something.
Well, you know, they got to do that. Just
No.
well, you know, they got to do that just that way they know kind of how to narrow down who is all driving those type of trucks, and
This might sound fucked up, but I'm just thinking of the Family Guy episode or the meme where they put up the card. I just feel like I would look like fucking Peter and just
Okay, you're good to go.
I don't know. You might have to show a video of that.
I don't. That one doesn't come to mind. I know a lot of Family Guy moments, but that one doesn't come to mind.
It's when Peter joins the terrorist group, and they want to go.
That one doesn't. I can't remember that one.
You don't remember? It's one of the newer ones.
Okay, that's probably why.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, but I don't know. I understand why they do it, which is cool too, because we got a lot of people from different ethnicities. Go ahead, make fun of me. I know what I did.
Ethnicities.
Different people of color. Would you rather say that? Okay. So you got people from the Middle East moving in America. They're getting trucking jobs. Why not? Because we need truckers in America.
Oh, yeah.
There's a guy on TikTok I listen to. His name is Charlie Trucker. He calls them the Turban Torpedoes. And that's so fucked up. But oh man. But hey, I don't know. I'm just gonna stop talking.
Well, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, like when we would have like trucks come in and they'd need like anything underneath the truck worked on,
yeah,
you would, and like this is like not like being
right
racial or anything like that, but like you would check underneath the truck and look where the stick shift is, because there was one occasion that I ever came across where I like rolled under the truck getting ready to work on the transmission and I see a hole on the top and I wondered why it smelled. And I'm like, nope. And you go and you grab your manager and you're like, yeah, no, I'm done with this truck. And they're like,
granted, some of these guys are nice, but I wish they would help them. Like if they go through the work programs, right? They should help them learn English more. And I'm not trying to be racist or anything. It would help them in the field.
Right.
Yeah. I'll be honest. Yeah. I'll be honest. It will help them in the field.
Or at least they turned on their CBs.
You might hear dun 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 dun.
Well, like, you try to like give a driver a warning when you're going down interstate or something.
Oh yeah, but nobody really does it. It don't matter what.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. They just hear the click on the CB.
Yeah, like the crickets,
I get it. Yep. They're trying to send like a CB, like Morse code. Yep. But no, it don't matter what color you are. When it comes to CB radio, no one really uses a CBA anymore.
No, they don't.
It's ridiculous. I don't even have a CB in my truck.
What?
Yeah, and I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. Maybe I just want to fuck with somebody. I'll be honest.
Well,
but again, there's been so many dumb drivers I've encountered with, and knowing that, like, theirs was a driver, like, I'll have to. I think I sent you the picture, but he was hauling cattle gates. I was going to bomb guards to O'Neill. They were falling over almost. I'm like, I'm behind you, dude.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
I don't know. I guess if you're not local, like truck driving, then it's not probably necessary. But
I had one in my concrete truck.
Well, you're local.
Yeah,
You're with
but,
other ones, so
but
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of like,
Yeah, I hear you.
What is the funniest thing you see on the road while driving?
Like constantly?
What do you mean by constantly?
Oh man.
Hold on, let me share mine. And
yeah.
so I was delivering out one day to Ainsworth, which is western Nebraska, kind of on the middle borderline of the South Dakota state border. That day was a rough day. So I got another DOT inspection, and what had happened is I'm going down the road. I get to about that feed mill that's right outside of Long Pine. You know what I'm talking about? There was smoke, and I was like, what the hell? There's smoke around here. And I see this trailer. It was like the axle was smoking so much, and I'm like, okay, this guy might have just got a flat tire. That one of the first turns off to the gravel road, as he was turning, that fucking tire went blop, 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 blop. I'm like, what? One of these times I'm not recording. What the hell?
Right.
So,
Do you have like a GoPro in your truck?
no.
Oh yeah, I always got one because
I've thought about getting one, just in case. I don't know.
I guess with me being like in Omaha and us locally
Well, you would
driving.
need one.
Oh yeah, for sure. I got it on like right when I start the truck. I'm like, anything can happen.
Yeah.
You never know. Like I can say that like on the highways, you never know.
Yeah.
You know, like
In mornings or like sunset.
yeah.
I guess I don't know how late you go till, but like
Well, it depends. Like depends on how much I get on one day. It's like some days I'm back by 4. Some days there could be a day that I could be back by 5.
right.
But that dinner time rush, it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But we're a little town USA, so it's all right.
Yeah. No, I like constantly in Omaha, I just see always coming up to a light and they'd be stopped and you can see that they're clearly texting
Yeah.
and the light's green and you're like, okay, I'm ready to go.
Oh yeah.
And that's just constant, But
Yeah.
like the craziest thing I've ever seen is just, I was going back to our rock plant and there's this, it's just a 2-lane highway is all it is.
You should show me that next week I'm there.
Yeah.
I know.
for
I
sure.
know. I know you like to bug me about hiring me all the time. Sorry, Craig. Don't listen to him. I will never leave. I'm. Yeah.
Well, like you said, there's always a need for drivers. So
It's just
try.
a moving process, man.
and I know. I hear
You got to talk to my wife, who's my boss for that one.
I
Other
get you there.
boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
She wears the pants on that one, but everything else, I wear the pants.
Let's make sure we're clear on that.
Yes. Not the.
But yeah, no. He there was a guy with a reefer truck, and he was going down this 2-lane road right in front of me, and he missed his turn, and like. That time that guy used a CB and he's like, "Oh, I missed my turn."
Oh shit! Fuck, dude, I've heard so many shit on that CB radio. It's funny,
right? And I'm like, because he's just like slowed down and like practically stopped in the middle of the highway. I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I missed my turn." I'm like, "Okay, well." I gotta go around here or something. He's like, no, I'm turning around. I'm like, what?
Wait, what?
And he's like, yep. Just did a U-turn. And he thought he could clear like by the ditch. Well, his steer tires, he didn't overcompensate for the drop. And he got stuck and he blocked both lanes. Caused a traffic jam. And I'm like,
Good old.
I should have went around you.
I should have just fuck you and just let you know. Hey,
That's what I understand. Like driving truck is like, probably pretty difficult to do and like takes a lot of practice and stuff. And there's
I just thought of something.
but
tell you my time.
But sometimes when I'm driving, it's like you see people out there that clearly shouldn't be truck drivers.
Oh yeah, yeah. I could.
And it's just like some of the stuff I see, it's like, why is that person? I don't know, man. It's just
like
I think they give anyone a license.
that. The
these days.
license came from a Cracker Jack box. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Right.
or they open up the cereal box like it's paper.
Yeah.
Like they're just
Boom!
they're,
Oh my
they're,
god, driving license.
they're
It's
speeding-
official. I'm now licensed.
It's official. I am now licensed.
they're speeding around in it like it's like a race car. It's like, dude, like seriously.
Yeah.
And it's just like I feel like people like that, I just think probably shouldn't be on the road in a semi truck. But
Well, and I think that's the whole reason why, like Kale was saying, Warner is,
Oh yeah,
being pretty strict
Right.
on like their
That's-
drivers. Well,
I've been hearing they might shut down.
I honestly hope not. Like, I hope there's places like there's Diesel Customs and, other places like that. But without those kind of companies, who you got teaching these drivers?
Swift.
right.
That's the last.
Yeah, Stevie
person.
Wonder Institute of fucking trucking.
Yeah.
So what's fucked up today? I will always forever. I don't care what vehicle, what kind of semi I'm driving. I'm always making fun of Swift. I don't care.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So,
I mean, they're plastered all over media. Let's be honest.
They are.
but you got to think though, they are one of the biggest trucking companies now.
Well, yeah. That's
They
why
have-
you don't
they-
want to get too big.
They own night transportation.
Yeah. 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 I mean, like I said, at one point, like, I guess when I went to go get my CDL, it wasn't really super hard.
Did you get Northeast
Yeah. Yeah. It was,
with Ryan and Ed?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Great guys.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was it did take some knowledge, and obviously you did have to know what you were doing. It did take, mental,
Yeah.
it's
A lot of mental reps and
yeah,
shit
and
like
it's just
that.
all like repetition with the manual. And that was with the manual, like automatic.
I'll tell you this right now. If people were to learn from like people like Ed and Ryan and even now Terrell, which is Ryan's brother, America would be so much better at truck driving. I'm not kidding you.
Right?
We need more people like Ryan and Ed.
Yeah, great guys.
Go guys.
Yeah, go trucking department. So anyway, I was gonna say earlier what I was laughing about. You just reminded me of the time that I did something really fucking stupid.
Uh-oh.
So when I was driving the concrete truck, I was like east of Madison, right after that gas station and the Pizza Hut. You take that left there by the farm equipment place.
Yep.
So I'm far away down there. My radio barely reaching out to the plant. They're like, "Where you at? Where you at?" I like had to turn around. I did the biggest no and start I've ever had there. I put up my tags because I missed my turn. I was like, "Oh fuck!" Put up my
It's my turn.
so road. I turn like this. Put my tags up, back up, and turn. You turn right there in the middle of the road. I found a little entrance to a farm to do it. So it's like, all right, this is the only shot I got. And the guy I was pouring for, I'm not gonna say his name, but the biggest douchebag that I ever poured for. He doesn't deserve to have a company.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the big no-nos I've done.
Yeah, I guess again, like when you go and get your CDL, you kind of need to know what you're going to be driving. Of course, in my case, I sorry
good?
about that.
You're good.
So in my case, like I was just going, just for commercial trucks because that's all I was going to work on. Being a diesel mechanic, working for a dealership.
Yeah.
And it took a little bit of training to learn a different type of truck. Like I drive a truck and pup right now.
Yeah.
So it's a different concept because the trailer that you haul is nothing like a commercial trailer.
Yeah, it's literally like its own vehicle almost.
Yeah, yeah. And so like like I'm gonna say, if you're going to get your license, yeah, you just gotta know what type of truck you're gonna drive,
Right.
and know exactly what you want to do. And if you do that, I mean, you should be flying colors,
Yeah.
passing the class.
Well, speaking of that kind of stuff, do you prefer to drive a manual or automatic semi?
I prefer a manual.
Yeah.
Like we have a Freightliner, and it's been 2012 Freightliner, and we actually just retired it. And
Let's make it a show truck.
yeah, no, I don't know. It's got 1 million miles on it, so
You don't think your family would do it?
No,
Overhaul, rebuild, and everything.
probably not.
Parade truck, come on.
Yeah, well, I guess that's the thing though too, is like finding drivers that can even drive a manual is another thing. Because the industry is just flooded with everyone who can drive an automatic because it's the easiest and they're cheaper.
I'll be honest. I know how to drive a manual. That's what I did in my concrete truck. I mean, I didn't remember. I didn't drive for a little while. Kind of had to reteach myself, but then I figured out, whatever. Now where I'm at 3E, I'm kind of feel like I'm spoiled with the automatic. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah. I mean, for sure. Like, like right now, I drive a brand new automatic.
Yeah, that's what
Mac.
ours is like a 21.
Yeah, and
Already has transmission issues.
oh,
And I think is what we had last time because Chris, the other driver, he said he was going up like hills and stuff, and he just died out of nowhere. I can't remember what the code was, but it was something leading to the transmission and stuff. And
what type of truck was it?
it's a Freightliner M2.
Oh, you said Freightliner.
Yeah,
Never mind.
yeah, the freight shakers.
That could be anything.
Sioux City has a Kenworth. I was like, man, I really wish we had a Peterbilt, a Kenworth. I could do this lowered. They're like, why do you got lowered at zero to the ground? Because like 1, it feels better. 2, I look cool.
Yeah, I mean, like it's standard.
Yeah, it's just a standard operation procedure as a trucker. Come on.
It's all about
Right.
how cool you look, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I just need the big old shifter up here and just like douchebagging it out.
like I'm not gonna lie, like, yeah, I see a lot of those guys that have the shifter like clear up here, but
It's overkill.
it is, and actually, it's worse for your transmission because it wipes out your synchronizers,
Yeah.
and that's not something you want to pay for later on, just to have a mechanic tell you, hey, we gotta shorten your stick, man.
Yeah. That sounds so wrong. Like, hey, buddy,
Gotta shorten
you gotta cut off a few inches
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Time to circumcise that stick.
You're right. Sorry to be the guy that tells you this, but
Yeah. So, do you think the U.S. government is going to? Do you think the U.S. government is getting too involved with the trucking industry now?
well, I mean,
My answer would be yes. Obviously.
I mean, they kind of, I don't know. I'm kind of yes and no. But I mean, for sure they are, because they want to know who's driving the trucks.
Yeah.
They want to know, how long have you actually been training to do it? And
Yeah.
are we having guys, like you said,
Actually doing it.
that
Right.
got
Yeah.
their license out of a cracker jack box, or like I feel not going to be like mad, or I meant like not going to put down like kids that learn how to drive on the farm, learning how to drive a semi on the farm.
I think they're changing this. They're changing it to where if you're a farmer and you need to get a CDL now. That's what I heard last back in October, November-ish.
Yeah, I'm not highly I'm not sure about that, to be honest with you.
Because you got, like you said, you got these 14, 15-year-olds driving these big old trucks and getting away with it.
Yeah.
But-
Well, and that's the thing, is they have to be actually family
Yeah.
in order for that to even work.
Yeah. And 150-mile radius. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But like, I can appreciate them learning to drive.
Yep.
But you learn how to drive, and then let's say Pops makes you a full-time driver for hauling corn, and you do that till you're
21.
30. Yeah, 21. And you don't even decide to get a CDL,
Yeah.
It's like, how many bad learning habits did you learn in that time?
Yeah, I mean, you
Right.
get these kids that want to do the bull hauling all the time, or the cow
Oh, yeah.
hauling, or
Yeah.
the pig hauling. I
Yeah.
almost did the pig hauling with Pillin.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know if I could do it really.
Pillin?
Yeah,
Shh.
I just. Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
You don't like Pillin?
Everyone's got their opinions.
Hey, it's a free speaking platform. Go
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
But I almost went to Pillin, but I was like, nah, I don't want to go through all the bullshit to get the certification again and all this other shit. And it's like, is it really worth it? Ryan was always telling me how he used to haul the pigs and the cows and all the shit he would go through. I'm like, I'm not about that. And I respect anyone who does that, because if you get stuck on a farmer's road that's like a minimum maintenance road, I wish you the best of luck. But I respect you for doing what you're doing.
Yeah,
Keeping America going.
Well, yeah, and they have to figure it out. Like, there's no easy way out. I mean, yeah, you can call a tow truck, but
Good luck. Truck might not get in there.
yeah.
Yeah. What about those? You might not even know what I'm talking about. Those trucks that haul like cow shit.
Oh, manure trucks?
Oh,
Yeah.
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 So I grew up out in the country, and those things would just come flying up and down our road like dust clouds for days.
Farmer John's like, where the
Like
hell
I
are
would
you at?
go, yeah. I'd go for like walks and like jogs and stuff out there, and like I'd had to keep my eyes peeled for them shit trucks to come flying by. Those, yeah, I don't know what you know about them, or like if that requires a CDL or
Yeah, like I guess it kind of depends. If you have a hired hand, then
yeah.
they got to have some type of CDL. But like if it's family, I mean,
I think if their farm's an LLC, I think realistically the regulations you have to.
yeah,
So
I don't know.
Herdco, right? Herdco and Bartlett. It's a big cow farm industry that I got to go to. I'm sure when they do like the owner operators, they have to have people with actual CDLs, not this regular farmer who told like Billy Bob Jr. to go fucking haul.
well, I mean, but that's the thing though too, is those manure trucks.
Yeah.
I don't know, that could be a different type of situation, because a lot of those trucks are just hauling from, the cattle.
Like the cow
Cattle
yard,
yard.
cow field. Yeah.
And they're going to a farmer's cropland.
Right.
And when they get to the cropland, that's they just turn on their
Right.
rotors, in the back, and just kicks it out.
Yeah.
The
Or
way
they
the
dump
shit
it,
goes.
Well, I didn't know. I mean, maybe like they can kind of smell it, and that's why they're like going so fast to get from point A to point B, so they can just like,
I gotta go. This one's like shit. I gotta go.
like, I got to get rid of this as soon as possible. I don't know, but I didn't know if that's like a common stereotype with drivers of those trucks or anything like that. I remember every time these big orange trucks, and they're going like 100 miles per hour down those gravel roads. I swear.
Well, I mean, that's also another thing, is if, you got someone going down a gravel road, it's
A lot of times people do drive faster, but it's easier to lose control.
Ag-related vehicles, I think they get away with a lot more stuff than people think.
oh yeah,
So,
for sure.
Like if you really don't see a cow hauler being pulled into a way station, a chicken coop. So
yeah.
it's livestock.
hear
You
you.
got to keep it alive.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
Sure.
what was the next question here? My phone turned off. Whoops.
Can the trucking community be too toxic?
Yeah, can the trucking community be too toxic? Too toxic. There we
Too
go.
toxic.
The mic was just like going. I just wasn't talking loud enough.
Well, define toxic.
Do you think, do you think people forget that we're all in this thing at the same reason? Or do you think like people can be like too hard on other drivers to a certain degree?
Okay, I see what you're trying to say. Yeah.
So say like you and I, we drive the straight trucks.
Yeah.
And people will be like, well, you're not a real trucker. It's like, dude, then what the hell am I driving?
Yeah. Yeah, it all depends, I guess. Like the people I truck drive with, we all are like a community, you know.
Yeah.
They're dump and pup. We're in
Yeah.
a community. We like each other. We wave our hands, you know. You have a cornholer come by and we're like, you suck. Get out of the way.
Yep.
Fuck you.
Yeah. There was one time I was driving the truck and I was going back to the plant, and this guy and his reefer looked at me. His window's down, my window's down. He was another big guy. I'm the big guy, obviously. He looked at me like, "Oh, you're smart." We're both up to the steering wheel. We just started laughing about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I just think like
Kind of hairy.
it's a touchy one because you know I'm gonna get comments like, "Oh, you're just a soft little bitch." Oh, you know what I mean? Like just shit like that. Like they just don't like the truth. Like,
Well, you know, I guess, yeah, I don't know. It just depends because, you know, when you're driving, it's you all want to be safe on the road.
right,
At the end of the day, you all want to go home to your families,
Right.
or you know, and it's just got to be nice to each other. It's just the way it is. But you know, in the end, again, everyone kind of has like their clique trucking industry. You know?
It's like it's like honestly, it's the same thing in fitness too. Like there's your there's some toxicity, and like you have your certain communities that you have your cliques and stuff
Yeah.
like that too. And
Like-
at the end of the day, you know, all of our, you know, main goal at the end of the day is health, you know, and it's the same thing. Like you mentioned, like you all want to be on the road safe. You want to go home to your families.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's something you can kind of like, that's an analogy for like a lot of different
stuff.
like industries and
Yeah.
fields and
Yep.
communities and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that kind of makes me lead up to the next one. Why do you think the trucking industry is becoming a dying breed?
Well, one, it's trying to find good drivers.
Well, I guess I'll say, do you think like America depends sometimes, or like I say a certain group of people depend on these Middle East drivers too much, or I don't know. I don't want to go back to that much, but
well, I know. I get what you're saying to say, you know. Again, you know, there's definitely a need for truck drivers for sure. We're always looking, we're always hiring. And it's just
nobody wants to do it.
exactly. I mean, let's think about it. You know, there's some days where I will drive for 12 hours, and this is local.
Yeah.
So, you know, I drive for 12 hours, and when I get done with that, I got to work on my own truck afterwards.
Yeah.
I could be home at like 6, 7 o'clock, 8. You know, it just depends what's wrong with the truck.
Yeah.
But a lot of people just don't like those long hours. You know,
I like them.
I think, well, and that's the thing. I think that's a question that should be asked is like, is this new generation wanting to work more
No.
or
No.
or like work as less as possible and make as much, you know?
I think a lot of
Right.
people
like I
are
get it, you know, it makes
Yeah.
sense. Of
Yeah.
course I want to like,
sit at home and
yeah, like of course I only want to work 40 hours and make, I don't know,
$2,000 a week.
Yeah, like $2,000 a week, you know, like
Mhm.
heck yeah, show me the money.
Yeah.
What job is that?
Yeah.
Right.
But like, you know, it just you in the trucking industry, you have to put in your hours if you want to get that pay out of it. And a lot of people take that, you know, and for granted. Like you got to take this also into consideration. Do you want to be able to see your, do you want to be able to see your family every night, or do you want to be an over the road trucker? You know, over the road trucker, they're not seeing their families for maybe like
2 months.
yeah, or 14 days, and they see them for 1 day out of the 14 days, you know. And but the money is amazing.
Yeah, but you also think about that too. It's kind of the greed out of the brokers that make those jobs happen.
Well, yeah,
It's sad.
yeah. It's
tough.
It is. It's tough.
Yeah.
But you know, that's the thing is,
That's kind of why my buddy, he had 2 trucks, and then he sold them.
Yeah.
Wife told him, we would like it if you stay home and watch your kids grow up.
Well, and that's, I mean, it all comes down to what type of relationship do you want at the end of the night?
That's why divorce is so high in the trucking industry too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And that's why when I decided I wanted to drive is just, I wanted to stay local because if you're not local, you're over the night and it's just, you're alone.
Yeah.
Think of all those drivers that are alone, and they're working over Christmas.
Some die in their trucks. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And, that'll lead us into our next topic of health struggles in trucking. Just a couple months ago, somebody died in their truck at Lowe's.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
No one found him for 2 days.
Oh, man. Was it like because he was running his truck or?
No, he had known heart problems and he had a heart attack.
Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate because, I mean, you hear about that too. You got people who, just they kind of keep their health issues to themselves, and when they're out there on the road, they're alone.
Yeah,
and it's just kind of the name of the game, I guess.
I think that's just a male thing in general. We all keep our health problems to ourselves and don't tell nobody about it, and it's just a bad thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I like how the world is trying to, get more into men, trying to get them to get their feelings out.
Mental health, yeah.
But I mean, you're not gonna always change it. It's just is what it is.
Yeah, the stigma will always be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and like you said, what's the the hardest thing about trucking is just the mental health.
Yeah.
Just the mental health. I mean, you gotta know that everything is gonna be.
My apologies. I'm not sure what that is. Okay.
Okay.
Beep,
All
beep.
right.
Beep,
I thought we were
beep,
about to
boop, boop,
explode.
That has never
happened.
before.
Hey, the TSA heard me. This guy's drinking some liquid. This little fucker.
My apologies, boys.
It's all good. It's all
No
good.
worries.
This is a funny memory in this podcast now. So we'll just go on to the health struggles in trucking. How difficult is it to maintain an active lifestyle being in the trucking industry?
Oh, it's hard.
I can tell you firsthand, it's hard. Like, I am terrible.
Yeah.
You stop somewhere, you feel like you got to eat.
Well, I guess like my thing is I always bring my lunch with me.
I'm terrible at it.
And I bring my lunch with me. Shout out to my wife who always packs my lunch.
Nice.
But
Good job, Stephanie.
Right.
Brownie points.
But she always makes my lunch, and I bring my lunch, every day, and that stops me from stopping at a gas station because, man, when you get to a gas station,
You buy one thing, you buy another,
Yeah.
and then another, and
Like-
another.
when you go to the bathroom and you pass the ho-hos and then you come back and you're like, yeah, I'm going to get some of those.
Did you say O's or ho-hos?
Yeah.
Oh, that honey bun sure do be looking good over
Yeah.
there.
Oh man, when it
For
comes
sure.
when it comes to like to the hot food, it's like it's either the jalapeno poppers or a burger for me.
That's a lie.
It is
He's
not.
he's
lie.
all about the gas station glizzies.
Oh,
We all know that.
There's no.
We all know that,
there's-
Kale.
I don't stop anywhere with glizzies. The only gas station I never stop at is Love's.
Gas station.
Shut up, bitch. But no, it's usually the same routine you go through, and it's like makes you think like, oh, you feel shit after. It fucks with your digestion.
Digest.
I can't talk today.
Digestion.
Whatever. Digestion.
Want some Pepto with that?
Yeah. Pepta.
Yeah, some Pepto.
Pepto-Bismol.
No, it's, you got to have a pop. You got to have a little sweet treat or in the hot food or the cold sandwich, It's crazy. You could go there and buy a burger for about $6. On top of that, with the jalapeno bun, there's another $5 with the drink and the sweet. That's about almost $20 damn. And you're like, where the fuck did my money go?
Yeah. Well, I like I said, like, because I know it's so hard to stay physically active trucking, I just try not to stop at the gas stations. Unless I gotta go to the bathroom, then it is what it is. But like,
That's the worst part. Or I do the thing. I train myself to do this somehow, like mentally do this. So I have to get a receipt every time. I know you probably do for fuel. We're like, oh man, if it prints out, I don't have to go inside. But oh dang, if it doesn't print, I gotta go inside. Oh man, oh dang.
Don't print.
Come on, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, no, like I again, like, just stopping in there. I see something and it's like, oh well, I could maybe treat myself today.
You're right.
Treat yourself.
I've been a good boy.
Yeah. That's why us big guys have a hard time with our diets.
At least your wife doesn't work at the bank that you bank at, and she sees your account if she wanted to.
She could be like,
Kale, what the fuck did you do?
right?
Yeah, you kind of knocked out the first two health questions, talking about physical activity and nutrition.
Yeah.
And you mentioned
you
actually, your wife prepares you your lunches for the day, which is good.
Yeah.
Sam, you would probably kill me what I got about to say too. What else will I do?
What else?
I don't eat lunch sometimes. I will just wait until the dinner. I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat lunch. I wait till dinner.
I tried that once, and then I just overkill on dinner, and that's
and you eat with your eye. You eat with your eyes.
Technically, I'm going to be a smart ass here, but technically, dinner was your breakfast, because breakfast is just when you break your fast.
Shut the fuck up.
So if you don't eat all day,
shut up.
Then you wait till dinner to eat. Technically, that's your breakfast, really. Technically speaking.
You're kicked off the show. No kidding. No, but no, it's just I'll have coffee and that's it. That's it. But
Yeah.
I mean, what I've been starting to do is put, like he went to Costco with us. We got Fairlife, those protein shakes.
Yeah.
I put that in my coffee.
There you go.
I feel like that does something.
What about water intake?
Oh, so for me, water, I have a big Bubba. It's like a Bubba keg is what it's called.
Okay. Yeah.
And I fill that thing up with water, and I tell myself I have to finish this
Yeah.
by the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
That way I know I at least had some
Form of water.
passing through my body.
Yeah.
Hey,
Because-
sometimes the flavor packets will get you through the day.
I don't do flavor packets. I just do water. But my bad thing that my bad habit that I have is trucking for so long is I do coffee.
Yeah.
And then I'll switch because I'm getting tired of coffee, and I'll do Monsters. But I
Yep.
do the 0-calorie monster or
Nope.
the zero
Sugar.
sugar.
Nope, not me.
And I know that's that's so bad for you, I guess what's your
Do you do any electrolyte powders or anything with your water at times?
so I used to do it's where you can buy it at Costco. It's like hydro.
Oh, the Hydro IV.
Yeah.
Yeah. Liquid IVs.
Yeah, the liquid
Yeah.
IVs. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did those, and oh man, I feel like a new person
Yeah.
after drinking those.
I've
Yeah.
never had one.
I don't know.
Because the
They're
big
great.
jug of water is great, but electrolytes is really what's going to help you maximize your hydration. So it's just something to think about.
For sure.
I like drinking BCAAs with electrolytes in them personally. So
BCAAs. What's that?
branched chain amino acids. It's helps with muscle recovery.
It's muscle talk. We don't know nothing about his muscles. His muscles.
Muscles.
Muscles. He pumps.
Well, so have you heard of Darren? His name's Darren.
Hey, Darren.
I know a lot of Darrens.
Well, I don't know if I should say his last name on here or not.
Go for it.
Zilke.
Oh yeah, I know Darren.
Yeah.
I trained him for a while. He was
What?
a client of mine for a while.
So he trained me in
Oh, really?
college.
Cool.
Me and a couple of my buddies.
Yeah.
And,
Wow.
and he trained us just. I'll tell you what. When I got done with college, I felt great.
Oh, trust me. I saw a
Yeah.
picture of us when I went to your apartment that one night.
Mhm.
I can't believe how freaking skinnier we were.
Oh, I know.
And I'm looking at us now, like, man, what the fuck happened?
Look how thin I
It's
was.
like, do we just put this? Use a scapegoat? Go blame the wives, or like, what do we do here?
But yeah, no, I just, I don't know. That's the bad thing is I've got to the point too now where I try to drink coffee during the winter, just keep that. And then like during the summer, I just do, I don't know, man. It's so hard to keep it right.
I'm big on energy drinks.
I'm not
gonna
trying
lie.
to judge a book by its cover because look at me because
that's
just weird.
Well, and I try to stay away from
Or
energy
like
drinks.
pre-workout.
Just do. Or well, I don't know.
Dude,
If I had one of
like
those,
Peter Griffin on meth, like I'm so fucking.
that's
Jumps to the
exactly.
Hair
fucking ceiling.
spiked up.
Yeah.
Get out of my way.
I'm coming, motherfucker. Oh man, what are some bad habits you notice that other drivers do?
Like driving wise,
like
or?
your drivers, like what do they do for health that's bad?
Well, some of them don't pack their lunch, and they stop at those gas stations, and they tell me they'll be coming in, and they're like, "Man, I just spent like $20 on lunch today," and I'm like, "Oh." I had a PB&J and some chips.
I had a Crustable. I had a Crustable.
Uncrustables.
Yeah.
Sometimes she throws in an orange or an apple.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Maya, take notes. Take notes. Help me out.
But I mean, that's the thing though, Kale's like, it keeps me, it seems like it somewhat kind of helps during the lunchtime,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but there's no physical activity.
Yeah.
It's just all mental.
Yeah. I was wondering if that was like a big struggle for truck drivers is getting in enough physical activity because you're sitting there driving most of the time.
Well, there's some that keep like weights and stuff. in
Yeah,
their
I've
truck
heard
if
of
they're
some
on the road.
that keep like some workout equipment in their truck with them, or like those are probably mostly like I think you mentioned like your overnighters or whatever that go on super long trips.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, but yeah, I don't know. It's just a good talking point, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've seen, like some at Love's or whatever, they'll run around the parking lot area.
And then you have that one asshole like, look at this stupid truck driver, this super trucker.
But like,
look at this bonehead.
I guess when I did start driving, I was like totally against energy drinks. So I totally was
I don't
against
blame
it.
you.
And,
I was too.
and they were like, I'd just tell my boss, I'd be like, I'm so tired. Can I just come in early? Be like, no, I need you to go get more product, and
Yeah.
he's like, just try this, and this is coming from an old guy who's been doing it for 55 years. And the best tip he ever gave me was, when you're tired, get out of your truck when you're at your location or at your destination, get out of your truck, run around your truck, walk around your truck and inspect it while you're doing that.
Or when you're fueling up. I do that all the time.
Yeah. And then get back in.
Because we've had past drivers in the past that they'll just like not tell the boss that, we need this fixed, and then we have a driver's meeting. It's just F you to the boss, and it's like ripping its ass. It's like, you never said anything.
Yeah.
So like the driver now and I, Chris, we actually take the time to look at the truck, inspect it, find what's wrong, and whatever else. Because I'm not dealing, because our company is not really on good terms with DOT because of other drivers in the other locations. Let's just say that the 100-point scale. We're at like a good high 90 points. Yeah, not good.
Ouch.
Yeah. Let's just say the last DOT inspection I had probably made it closer, but we had no knowledge of it. The dealership put that little box truck we got under the weight.
Yeah.
It was registered as like a 7-ton. We registered at a 32-ton instead. Finally,
I will say box trucks and like pickup and little dump trailers, because you can see those a lot in Omaha. they're always get pulled over.
Yeah.
And I think it's either like the easiest to do DOT on,
Yep.
or two, it's because they have usually DOT violations. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess they get picked on the most, it seems like.
Well, like I've always been told, the cleaner your truck, the less you might get pulled over. But I always think that's bullshit anyway.
Yeah.
But, you know, you get the analogy of it because the dirtier the truck, you're hiding something. Or the cleaner, you're hiding something. So.
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, I did notice there's one thing that we didn't have on here.
What?
But I was going to bring up, did you know that they're actually having police or patrolmen out in semis and commercial trucks?
Yeah. Smart. Honestly.
Yeah. And they're actually driving interstate and they are
calling and where everything's at.
Well, yeah. And they just, you know, they see so many people texting, driving, cutting off drivers, you
It's
know.
smart. It's really hard to pull over cars on the interstate. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're going to keep going on here. Are DOT physicals becoming too hard? Like requirement wise? No? You don't think so?
No.
You like what they're doing?
I mean, it's a DOT requirement. Or,
I mean,
I don't know why I said
that. You and I mean, it's a little harder, but I mean,
yeah, I guess it just depends where you go, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just
know the right people. So like I had to go through like sleep apnea tests and recently and, you know, go on my blood pressure pills now and stuff like that. So
yeah, like I said, it just all depends. I think who you go through.
Yeah.
Because there's a big need for truck driving, and a lot of people know that.
Yeah.
If you got the money for, yeah,
here's Benjamin.
Here you go. So you passed. You know, and it's just, I don't know. I'm not worried about it. I never worry about it.
No.
And if you're a clean person, you got nothing to worry about.
No.
I think they're very important. I think anybody that gets to be able to drive any kind of vehicle should have to pass a physical because you're driving a death machine.
Yeah.
Especially trucks. Like,
yeah,
you know, fall asleep at the wheel of a semi.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, you're putting a lot of people in danger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of death machines, personal opinion, people with RVs that have trailers and cars hooked to it need a motherfucking CDL. I will emphasize that too. A motherfucking CDL because they're driving a vehicle with passengers for one, and it's about the size of a fucking box truck, if not longer, if not big as a semi. And it's like, how can they get away with it and yet we're over here doing all this old bullshit?
Have you ever seen that one picture on Facebook where they have like the RV guy pulling a Jeep? The next one is a truck and a dump trailer with a Bobcat in it. And then the next picture is an RV and then a dump trailer and a Bobcat in it. Yeah. They're like, this shall pass.
This shall pass. You see the craziest things that are sometimes loaded on trailers that people are doing.
Oh yeah. And that I think is where they need to have a lot of enforcement is they should be checking trucks with the truck. Like you just said, like for me, like we're hauling 95,000. That's more than grain haulers are hauling. Yeah. And if there's something wrong with your truck,
fix it.
Yeah.
Get it fixed.
It needs to get fixed. You just can't put something off like that.
Because one problem will lead to another problem, to another problem, to another problem.
Oh yeah, exactly. And you're putting a lot of risk out there.
Yeah. Especially them drive tires and those tires, the inner wheels and shit like that. Like when I tell people like if one of those go, you're done, people don't believe me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're gonna die, but it's me.
Also, all you people out there, quit cutting trucks off. I swear to God, I'm gonna pull you over. I'm gonna pull you over myself.
Yeah. Oh man,
I deal with that quite a bit, and it's like, dude, like, get off your little high horse, your little power trip. Get out. I know you got that lifted truck. You're a real trucker, but like, buddy, like, come on. It's like you're risking my life versus your life.
And that is why I have
risking
a dash
lots
cam.
of people's lives.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why I have a dash cam.
Yeah. like some people wonder, say why everyone's pointing fingers at the truckers all the time in those situations. It's like, no, he has a dash cam. We'll see who's the real verdict here.
I mean, you've heard of the 3 to 5 second rule for a car.
Yep.
Now let's put that in perspective with a semi that you should times that by, what is it, like 2 or 3?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, people. Not just for yourself, but like for the driver of the truck too.
Well, I'm glad it's gonna be look at Scribner. I'm glad it's a 4-lane now.
Oh yeah. I just drove through there.
I know you did. I know where you're from.
Yeah.
I think you told us.
Newbie.
Zach, did you have something you want to say on that?
What's that?
You look like you were going to say something.
No, I was just going to say that, I would say like 80 to 85% of semi truck drivers, I would call like professional drivers, right? There are some outliers out there that are shitty drivers.
Yeah.
But I think people just need to remember, hey, if a semi truck's trying to do something, they're doing it for a fucking reason, and don't mess with them while they're trying to do it.
Yeah.
Like if they're trying to wait for another semi, whatever, I don't care the scenario. Like if they've got their freaking blinker on, let them in, they'll get around you and they'll get out of your way. Like,
Yeah.
quit being impatient and let these guys do their job.
Yeah. Or, Big Dad on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, I love that dude. Go fuck your mom. But, you can see that he deals with a lot of shit like that. Because he's a low boy hauler. So he hauls like equipment like excavators and bulldozers and everything, which I've always wanted to do that. That's cool. But when they take those tight turns and there's someone in that turning lane, they'll either not move or will move. I respect the ones that want to move. So like like by KFC in town, I know a reefer's going that way, I'll wait. I'll back up. Because I like to think that I'm also a trucker too, because I know how it is. So it's like, I'm going to be respectful to the next trucker.
Oh,
yeah. And I think some other truckers forget that kind of stuff too.
Well, and I don't know. I'd also like to say, please pass
Safely.
farm equipment also safely.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just getting to his field. That's all he's trying to do.
Well, sometimes they take over too much of the road though, to be fair.
But sometimes, they have no choice really.
Like if they're the big old combine, like I've seen some huge ass combines, like that's fine.
Yeah.
But there's some that actually try to be an asshole.
But
most of them are pretty good about trying to create space for you to like pass.
Exactly. Because they know they're like, I know you want to get around me, and it's really hard. We're on a busy road. I get it.
Yeah.
But just like we talked about before, we're all just trying to get home safely.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
So we'll go to the last topic here because the time wise, but that's right. So diesel mechanic stuff. We've talked about a little bit about your career in diesel mechanic when I met you and stuff. I actually had a buddy of mine that reached out. I reached out to him and was like, "Hey, you got any questions?" And he kind of told me. What are your opinion on EV vehicles? So like a bulldozer, right? A new cat bulldozer. They're starting to put in newer electric where it doesn't have to run on diesel. How do you feel about that stuff? Like the Tesla trucks, and there's one that's coming out with that's an electric vehicle, electric truck with diesel. You could do both. Thoughts?
Like a hybrid truck.
Yes.
Okay. I say hybrid is fine. Full electric truck. I'm not fully sold on it yet.
I'm not.
I'm
sold
just really
at all.
not. I only say hybrid because if you're local, that is the perfect truck for you to have. I mean, you got UPS and FedEx that has what is it? They run on
The box trucks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying to remember.
Well, ours here, we don't really have electric trucks. Ours are not.
Yeah, it's I want to say nitrogen, but that's not right.
Nitrogen's starting to become a thing too.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But anyway, what I was going to say about it, I don't think Tesla trucks are really good. I just don't foresee seeing a Tesla truck hauling 5 coils of steel and making it from New York to California.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's it's definitely not. All electric vehicles are definitely not made for a long haul, for sure.
Well, just hauling metal or heavy loads.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a lot of wear and tear on a battery that could explode.
I guess I'm not too worried about that. It's more of the fact that, again, are you local or whereabouts you're going? Because you got to put this also to consideration. You know how a battery works. Let's say in an ATV, you run it during the summer, and then during the winter, it's kind of hard to start.
Mhm.
You know, what happens when you are driving that in Colorado?
Yeah, I know. How about that?
I mean, you know, like it's one of those things where if you're driving local, hybrid would be the way to go in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Because you can run electric, but if you run out, then you have a way of getting diesel source,
Yeah.
and you can keep on, going
It's
for
just
a little bit.
It's just like DEF. California wanted DEF, and now they want to get rid of it.
Right.
Thanks,
right.
California. You're the greatest state in the world.
Yeah.
It's like that. I saw a Wayne County Life video recently. Tesla trucks no longer invited to the truckers meeting. In our spot way in the far part of the Target parking lot. You guys don't own the way far away part. Tesla trucks are no longer invited. It was just a funny video.
If you knew who Wayne County Life, you would
Yeah,
laugh. Your
he
ass
makes some.
off.
You would like his stuff.
He did one about potholes. He's like, "This right here is an earthquaker. Fix them." So,
I've heard of those in Omaha.
yeah,
I felt them.
yeah, we felt them here too. They must be blooming.
Man, that's terrible.
It's a sad deal that nobody wants to fix them.
Where's your tax dollars going?
Yeah, you're telling me. I mean, we'll just pay someone to do blacktop. All good.
It only lasts a little while, though.
I know. They'll get the job done though. Temporary.
But yeah, I don't know. The way to go is, just stick to diesel.
That's what I say. I mean, your Tesla trucks are being powered by coal anyway, so
Yeah,
technically because of energy and everything.
I know batteries are super expensive. It's gonna be pretty much just like when trucking industry is ready for that electric nonsense to happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna be just like the Tesla world is right now.
Thanks, Elon. You like to fucking ruin everything. You ruined Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even have Twitter anymore, so
I know.
I never had Twitter.
I don't really use it. The only time I use it is if something's happening in the world or I gotta do something for the podcast.
Well, I had it on my phone there for a while, and then I look at the app and I was like, X, what is that?
That sounds like you.
Uninstall.
Wait, what? Uninstall.
What illegal thing is this?
What is the cartel trying to do to me? I'm just a big guy from Nebraska.
From Nebraska.
Nebraska. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is, and if the people want to do the future thing, the people can do the future thing.
Yeah, it's either gonna happen or it doesn't. Is what it is.
Yeah.
It's a really hard subject to touch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
What was your favorite branded tool to use when you work on trucks?
Cheap.
Hobo freight. Hobo freight. Hobo freight.
I mean, I'm not meaning like cheap, like I've just bought this Tecton tool set from, Amazon
Oh.
cheap, like, no, don't get me wrong. They have some good tools, but it's like,
I just bought a custom hat from Amazon. I wanted to be cheap too.
well, okay. So here's my thing is you got your brands of tools and you got, Cornwell, Snap-on, Mac.
Strap on.
Yeah. And, you got your tool truck guys. And then you have your lower brand, like Harbor Freight, those guys. Personally, I like having, I got an assortment of Snap-on, Cornwell, and Mac,
Oh, okay.
but like sockets and wrenches.
Yeah.
I have a good set of those, and then I have like my Harbor Freight set.
Yeah.
My Harbor Freight set I use like all the time, unless like it's a bolt that's somewhat kind of rounded.
Yeah, because you
Then
know
I'll go
it's
to
gonna
my-
break or
Well, yeah,
something.
and then I'll go to my Snap-on one because
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not trying to bust knuckles today.
Bust knuckles, pray to Jesus, and everything.
Exactly. So I guess, I don't know. That's just me personally, but there's some stuff you just go cheap on and there's some you just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. I think it's, looking back, working for a dealership, I've seen so many people, like young
Oh, yeah,
kids
you do
coming
work
into
for-
the industry.
yeah. You do work for Mac, didn't you?
No, for MHC.
Oh, that's
Kenworth.
right. Yeah. Yep.
Yep. And I seen so many young guys just hop on that tool truck, and I'm like, well,
Got lube?
good luck.
Good lube? Gotta lube it up.
But
Hey, shout out to Cameron. He is a good tool salesman around here.
oh yeah,
Shout
yeah,
out.
for sure.
Yeah. For,
Shout out.
Mac Tools.
Yeah, I bought some of his tools. I even have him on Facebook. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he actually does the show with him for a little bit too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And he has his own show called Talking Dirt. You might want to check that out. It's about racing and
Oh,
fishing.
precision racing, isn't his?
I don't remember. Zach, do you remember? I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. He just won yesterday.
Yeah, I just seen
Yeah.
that on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's why I said that.
Yeah. And then he does fishing. They talk about fishing, the dad life, and NASCAR and stock car racing.
Right
Pretty
on.
good.
Right on. Yeah, I don't know. It's just
I guess we can probably close out the show here.
Yeah.
Sam, you want to take us away?
Thanks for tuning in. We'll listen to TNT Boys podcast and our guest Keaton talking about trucks.
drugs.
It was a good episode. It was a good conversation. Again, make sure to follow us on all social media platforms, Agent Life Media as well. Okay, peace out. Bye.
All right, peace. Bye.